Here in beautiful San Antonio, Texas. The Spurs play before the hometown crowd here live in San Antonio, Texas. So for the Spurs, their last game, a loss to Chicago and the Bulls in the Windy City.
And I don't care how much you grind it out defensively. When you shoot it that poorly, you're going to struggle to win games.
Well, it's not only going to be a struggle, it's going to be virtually impossible if you shoot as poorly as they did.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Williams in at the 4 spot. Carter Williams is out there with Adams. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3 slot. Now here's Sullinger. Nobody near Leonard. Buries it from 3-point range. Leonard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Carter Williams, the pass to Adams. Williams with a clean look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Outside Leonard. Down low. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Brook Lopez.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see. Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And here is Payton. The feed to Sullinger. Lopez with the steal. Carter Williams kicks to Williams. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Here's Payton. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Here's Aldridge. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Williams. 29 points for him last game against New Orleans.
Yeah, but his shot blocking was a factor as well. 3 on the game, just a major presence on the D.
Now here's Payton. Following the miss by Freak. Here's Leonard. No good off the front iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Carter Williams. Hits the target from 18 feet. Carter Williams has got his first basket of the night.
Obviously a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Now let's find out what head coach Greg Popovich had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, I asked him what strategy they were going to use at the offensive end, and he told me that they did not want to have to rely on their perimeter game. Instead, he plans to exploit what he described as a mismatch on the interior, saying, quote, "We have the talent inside to make things very difficult on them. We're going to use it." Kevin?
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Now here's Sullinger. Following the miss by Freak, Williams comes with a double team. Williams with the block, and they'll keep possession. Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. 5th on the list, Freak.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
2 shots. And the first one at the line is good. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Well, we all know that Freak changed sides recently, but it's a challenge he's up to and wanted. It can be intimidating, Clark, to join a new team, but I think he's okay with it.
Yeah, I think so, too. I mean, he knows there are going to be some rough spots and a bit of a learning curve. But eventually things smooth out, and Freak knows how to fit in with the team, and this roster definitely looks stronger with him on it.
Now here's Leonard. Following the miss by Freak. Sullinger dishes to Leonard. Right wing. Here's Aldridge. San Antonio again missing. Brooklyn Nets come into this one after a win against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And how about the accuracy that was on display from three-point range in that game? They were lethal.
Yeah, splashing those threes as they did really allowed them to continuously deflate that crowd and keep them at bay. Boy, that was a nice road win for him, no doubt. He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Sullinger, left side. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Here's Williams. There it is, his second make of the game. He's missed 5.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
We've got a moment to look back to last year's Spurs right now. First in steals, 5th for free throw shooting. And they were in the top 10 in grabbing rebounds as well. That's not too shabby. The top 10 on the glass, I'll take that.
And I really feel like they fed off their pressure defense. You mentioned all the steals. That got them out in the open court and created easy opportunities offensively.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Laverne, he's checked in for Jared Sullinger. And Stevenson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Green in for Allen. There's Williams with the 3. Williams with another miss.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys. But if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
And here is Williams, following the three-pointer by Lance Stevenson. Jack passes to Williams. And the rejection by Leonard. 50 seconds left to play here in the first. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Now here's Williams. 5 points in the game. Pass to Goodwin. Will it go? Lock at 6. The rebound by the Spurs. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets.
And this was as even a matchup as you'll find in the NBA. Split the season series down the middle, 1 apiece.
Yeah, this is really tight. I mean, it's splitting hairs when you talk about these teams. You get the feeling if they played 10 games, each side would win 5.
And Jack kicks to Williams. So as we end, and LaMarcus Aldridge, the franchise player on this team, without question, he talked about the responsibility that comes with that role.
In every aspect, you know.
Greg, does that acceptance come with putting a whole lot more pressure on yourself? And if so, what does that do to LaMarcus Aldridge's game?
And, you know, Kevin, that's what's going to be so interesting to find out. Some players, you know, they really relish in that situation. They rise to that occasion. Others, I don't want to say they wilt under the pressure, but they're just not comfortable in that environment. And in the NBA, you get to do it on TV and in front of thousands in person.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Spurs.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for them early on.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Brooklyn now, Williams. He's in at the 4 spot. Goodwin out there with Carter Williams. Then it's Decker, and it's Young in at the 5 down low. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pelicans had a huge game. He had 29 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know what? It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that one.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time. They have